Hi, everybody out in YouTube land. What's good tonight? What's good tonight? Hi, who's here? I see. Hi, Rusty Nipple. Hi, Hooli. Hi, Street. Hi, JK Pine. David Serrano. I'm sorry. Hooli. Hi, Hooli. Okay, you guys. What's up? Hi, Lori Barnes. Well, the first thing I want to say is I'm so saddened by the sudden death of our fellow searcher, Tony Henman. I found out that Tony was having people set up a blind date for me to meet him in Las Vegas. And so when he passed away, they told me that that was in the works. That was being cooked up. So I wore my blind date clothes for Tony tonight, and my necklaces that he had. He sent me this one, and then Otis Magoo sent me this one, but he won this on A Gypsy's Kiss, and then sent it on to me. So I actually have two Tony Henman, one from Tony, one from Otis. But okay, so there we are. Hi, Gallatin Ghost. Hi, very important. Coming to you live from my mother's basement in my room in the back. Not really, but I am drinking 3, 2, 3. I'm drinking Escape. This is what I'm having tonight, but they're only 3% alcohol. So like I got a whole bunch of them. I have 2 of them on deck, and then I've got one in here. So I got 3 all locked and loaded, so I don't have to go back downstairs and get more. So cheers, y'all. And where's Eugene? There he is. Hi, Eugene. This started out with a text, with a text saying that I just received. You've got money. You received $22 from United RF. That's so good, Eugene. Thank you so much. That's just like so fun. All of a sudden, it's like, here you go. Here's a 20 spot. Yeah, thank you. Hi, William. You have to drink more. You have to drink more. Mm-hmm. Well, they're so good that they're easy to go down. I know. Gallatin Ghost said so sad about Tony. I never had the opportunity to meet him, but he sounded like a very stand-up guy. I never got to meet him either, and I don't really know any of the details. At one point, a couple days ago, or K-Pro was going to call me. She talked to me through email because she was one of the culprits that was being the liaison. And she was going to call me. We were going to talk on the phone, but she's so busy. And now it's the Jingle Bell Rock. So, I mean, she's whatever. So, but I don't know the details. And then I saw a comment somewhere about that there's a tribute to Tony, or like somebody like maybe on Thor. But I went out on Thor and tried to see if there was something out there. And I don't know how to really I couldn't find where to search or how to look for it. Really, maybe it's because I wasn't logged in. I was just went to Thor, and I'm not even sure if I have I think I created a login there under RF Hecky a long time ago, but I just, if it involves reading, like I don't No. I don't know a lot of stuff. I don't I can't. Well, I can. It's just so time consuming. I read like 10 times slower than the average person or some radical or 50 times or something. I don't know, but I'm slow. Um yeah, but anyway, let's talk about the the Finder article. I feel like we haven't, people have done shows already about it, but I feel like um now, like, it wasn't, I didn't get enough. you know, the first night that it came out, there was way too many distractions and people trying to pull in other pieces. When we were talking about it on Amy Seek's show that night, it was confusing and we didn't know, you know. And so, and then K-Pro and Mike did a show about it too. But it is just like you get to move on and move on. But like now, I think everybody, we kind of like um get to set. Yeah, there isn't a new one. Oh, the original one. Is that what you mean, Jack? Yeah, there's not a new one. I have no new information. Like, there's nothing. I got nothing. You guys know way more than me about anything. Nobody calls me. Netflix has not called. Neither has uh that adventure show, The Unknown Adventure, or whatever the but I don't know anything. But what I do know is the only real information, in my opinion, out there right now is that Finder article, the original, the OG Finder article, because like um the the last, or no, what it was on, again, on Mike and Christy's show, they had they were talking about that there is a finder, like that what confirmed a finder for them, opposed to having Forrest orchestrate this whole thing, was the fact that there is a real lawyer, a lawyer representing the finder, who approached or responded to Barbara, that woman from Chicago, her lawsuit. And so there is somebody representing the finder. And so we just have to assume that this is the finder, or, how, no matter what, there is a person out there in YouTube land that owns that chest. Right now, it's somewhere, right? So how he got it, whatever. There is somebody that has it, and now there's a lawyer representing that somebody, right? But I don't really know. I don't know any of the ins and outs or the details. I don't even understand that lawsuit. I don't understand what are they suing for? I mean, what does she want? What is it? The end game there. I don't know what her end game is. And then I saw she popped up on my recommendeds, that she did a video just yesterday or a couple days ago, or I don't know. But that was nothing but her defending herself against, everybody. She doesn't understand why people. She still hasn't told her solve to anybody her solution, because she's right. She thinks she's right. So she doesn't. I mean, the level of denial is deep, runs deep in that one. But anyway, So there's all this moneyed hate water out there, drinking the hate Kool-Aid by, or just for no reason. I mean, just looking for a reason. There's just so much animosity in the world right now because of COVID and these restrictions and the crap that we're having to live with. And again, we have toilet paper outages and crappy paper towels are the only kinds you can get now. What happened to Viva? Stuff like that. Anyway, so the world is so, and then you put it on, the treasure hunt was such an intense endeavor for anyone who was serious. Like everyone, hi GeoNut, hi Jason North Face, good night, hi MJ Enzer, hi Capro. Nomadic Fanatic. No, that's a guy I watch on an RV show. He RVs around. He's a cool guy. Nomadic Madman. Zozo Rocks. Hi, 50 people. Nice to see you. I'm having a beverage. Everybody kick back, grab a beverage, and we're going to find the best parts of that article. Issue is, I don't know how to share my screen. Like I can put this. Is it just normal? Do you guys just see normal when I'm not even looking at YouTube. I'm only looking at Finder article. Or should I pull it up on my phone? Because I can't see the chat now. Oh wait, if I pull this tab. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out how to do it. But Susie, you could have figured all this crap out before you drug us into this. Good Lord, woman. The heck? Now I closed you. I don't know how to get you back. Come back, live stream. Susie has a knack for coming up with content during a dry spell. That's what we're in, a dry spell. So let's just make some shit up, right? I'm good at that. I can make up all sorts of stuff. A good imagination is a terrible thing to waste. Eh? A crappy or a cheap Chromebook is challenging me right now. Everybody, hang on. I guess, did I disappear for a minute then, you guys? See? I don't know how to get the other window. Other window there. Holy Toledo. Sorry. Now, can I move it without stretching it? So I can see the chat. Okay, so why is this a real finder? Okay, well, that's not the question. This is the person that has the chest, right? He's the one with the chest now. How he got it, whatever. He's the one that's the presenting it to the world. He's the one that Forrest Fenn himself is saying, this is the find, and then we have the photographic proof that this person, whomever it is, has possession of the chest. And the pictures are you can't dispute, these are the pictures. There's the picture of the chest sitting in place, and it says treasure a couple feet from the nook in which it had been placed. I see my name. What do you guys think of all this? I'm gonna try to go. I'm just gonna go see where my name. Think he gave hints to have fun, not lead anyone to the treasure, including I or banana, or if you are a little jiggy. I think he gave hints to have fun. I think he gave hints to have fun too. I think he humored himself constantly with, clues or hints, or that just the way he worded things and answered things, like I think he humored himself. Hi, Rusty Nipples. There is something very not right with the article. And why is it you think that? Why are not the pictures good enough, you guys? Susie, agree. The finder has a lawyer. More evidence there's a finder, in my opinion. Yeah, right. Or even if it's, what, it doesn't take out the idea that Forrest ended the chase, and this is the person that is the playing in the role of the finder. In the role of the finder, we have Medium Man. And so how he got the chest does not, I don't think it matters, that part. And I know that people, drive someone crazy, but there's a real person behind this. There's a real person that is in possession of the chest. And this is what he has to say. And here's the pictures to prove it. The Medium article on the old Santa Fe Trader Company is evidence it was the finder. See, I think so too. That was just the family, confirming, like, here's a link to this legitimate person. They're not going to put a link to a random searcher, that had photoshopped pictures or something without a picture of Forrest, or we're not even getting to see, there's so much more pictures. There's so many more pictures, and there's got to be video, especially if this person is a millennial, which he tells us in this article, he's a millennial. So that person for sure had himself a cell phone and whipped it out and has video of this whole area, this whole Tony got to meet Eric and Forrest at the banquet table for the rest of us. Now I know they'll save us all a seat, though, and we will laugh about all of this. Until then, yep. What a great table. I would love to walk up to that table and see Eric Sloan, Forrest Fenn, and Tony Hedman all sitting there talking about fishing or, whatever, and laughing at us all. Yeah. What else, you guys? It would have been interesting. What are you drinking, Susie? I'm having these things tonight. It's called Peach Bellini. Escapes. It says escape right on the label. I'll take that. Salute. Salute. They just taste like a fuzzy peach. That's why I got them lined up. Okay, so back to the article. Okay, wait. Hi, 3D Bronze. Hi, GeoNut. Hi, Bill Gorman. Fictional Finder says story is fiction fake. MJ and Zer. I love peaches. Me too. It's like one of my favorite flavors. Well, I go in kicks. I also love cherry. Cherry anything. Um, hey, anybody solve your hunt? Oh yeah, did anyone solve your hunt? 3D bronze? Hi, Suzy Q. What I find interesting that no one has talked about is one important thing about the chase. There's a message to the world. Go. The message is everybody needs to see, the kids need to see, everybody needs to see Yellowstone National Park. I think that is the ultimate, I don't know. Okay. I'm going back to the Finder article. I had never met Forrest until this June. It was destined to be our only time spent together in person. So, in that line right there, oh, isn't that kind of, oh, stupid COVID even ruined that. I'm sure it was, that whole thing of him meeting Forrest or them getting together, that all has to be taped. Don't you think that had to have been videoed? There's got to be video. There had to have been a camera involved in that, don't you think? Nomadic Madman says, I am reading a new book from Douglas Preston, Old Bones. It's about lost treasure in the Sierra Nevada. I'm hoping to find a hint in it. I think the Forrest Fenn treasure is hid in a similar. That could be. I mean, Douglas Preston absolutely took Forrest as an inspiration for, the Codex for sure. And this book too, I keep distracting her. Sorry. Cherries. COVID was planned. Oh, it was a stupid plan. There is an interesting one that came up on Thor, the Finder lawyer, environmental lawyer, F lawyer, land use attorney. Okay, somebody had asked me about that the other day, my idea of why it's an environmental lawyer. Well, that kind of brings me to, I don't know enough about the lawsuit that to know what's really in it, or because what kind of, do we know where she was searching? I mean, what kind of land was she on? Was she on San Lazaro? Was she on, she didn't follow the rules. Obviously, she didn't believe for, who knows? Is she south of Santa Fe or is she north of Santa Fe? Who even knows that much? But what land is she on? Maybe it's because of the location that she's dragging into this, that lawyer was a particular interest, but I don't know. Or maybe that's just, all lawyers have, don't they are all trained in law and then specialized from there? Like they're all capable of doing other things other than whatever they're specialized. Yeah, who knows? Forrest and the Finder probably are sticking to a plan. The crazies cannot change a plan. Otherwise, it would not be a good plan. Ocean. Oh, ocean, not environmental. Fantasyland. Yep, that's where she's searching. That's for dang sure. Hi, Ellen K. The Finder's lawyer is Smokey the Bear. Game of Find. Did you change room with your sister? How is your sis? Yes, Nomadic Man. That's right. She now occupies the loft area where I had my office set up, or my little, and I just moved my desk into my bedroom down the hall. And she's working right now. She should be home, I don't know, probably another hour. Yeah, it's been 1 week today. 1 week today we've made it, and we're still both, trying to process what just happened. Holy crap. I am not hitting on you. I have someone special, but your hair looks marvelous. Well, that's sweet. It's okay to be sweet without hitting on somebody. I actually drug out, just put a little wave in it, pretended I was going on that blind date with Tony, and thought I'm going to get my black velvet dress out because it's very Vegas, and get my stones out, and make my hair cute. So that's why this is what you see. Taking 50 sleeping pills, if that's what you mean, Huli. Who needs a man to dress up? You don't need a man to dress up. Is that what you're talking about? You don't need a man to have your hair look good. Have wrench will travel. Oh yeah, I forgot I signed up. I was giving away wrenches left and right. I don't know who has them all, and I don't care. You guys all just behave and you will. Everybody's pretty good on my channel, right? Cracking this other one because it's getting warm and I still have ice cubes in this one, so. And I'm rolling away. My 100-year-old wooden floors are, oh, you guys are, every single one of you are, watch me roll away all last week. Susie, I said BA needs a man. Who's taking one for the team? That's right. One of you guys step up to the plate, please. She needs, obviously, to... She needs a distraction. Yeah, somebody suck it up and take one for the team, man. She seems like a perfectly lovely lady. All sorts of fun. Somehow, this is a place for all positive. Even if we disagree elsewhere. Love you, Susie. Love you too, K-Pro, man. Way to be strong, you. Salute K-Pro for... You're strong. You take a lot of punches. Including me. Oh, including me. Irritate. I was so irritated. I was like... listening to the show the other night, I missed the fact, I had you in my ear, but I was doing other things, right? I was talking to my sister. I had the TVs on downstairs, whatever. I got whatever I'm doing, right? So I missed the fact that the guy talking on the show was the guy that was in the article with everybody, that the New York Magazine article with everybody. So I'm like, what does this guy have to do with the price of tea in China? Because the GPS solve to me is so annoying. It's not it. It's not it. I know in my bones that is not it. And so it's like, who is this guy? So I had a hard time, what I do, I have a hard time understanding why, or giving credence to people that are not the finder. But then again, I get it, because it's like, what else we got to do? We got to make crap up. We got to play along. We got to drive, whatever. At least we're still talking about it. And that's still interesting. And then it gives you something to bitch about. It's like, oh, fine. Shit. Oh, but it just makes me don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. I'm suspicious that is the guy who is the source that started the whole GPS solve in the first place, Um but you know what? That's what makes this all fun. We all get to play along, It's like there's just so much passion to all this because we all jumped in head first. Boom, we're all in the deep end. None of us, anyone here that's still hanging out looking for answers is because it's so frustrating. And to think that somebody has more information or somebody has information that isn't available to everybody or is not that is a relevant thing that we don't get to know. Oh, that is a way to drive people that are already crazy about this and have all this anxiety. It's just a way to stack another brick onto the camel, So cheers. So I never made up. I was convinced, and now, well, is coming out and makes it all complicated. Oh, I know. Are you talking about? Well, I know you didn't make it up. Somebody else made it up and gave it to you. And I think it was like that Michael guy that was on the phone. The detective. But anyway, he's not the finder, so it doesn't matter, Also, why would the finder tell us that Forrest called him a genius? It seems like he wanted to let everyone know he was a genius. I have some doubts on this genius thing. No genius is ever going to call themselves a genius. Right? I don't know. He probably did say that. What makes you think he didn't say that? Because the guy, obviously, he figured this out. I think Forrest would have said that to whomever found his treasure. I think he would have said, "You're a genius," to anyone who did it. And I, quite frankly, think this guy is a genius. Where's the part about, okay, I'm looking. He was also a man with independent mind, blah, blah, blah. What this article is, I mean, he's got his remembrance or his tribute to Forrest tied into this. I mean, there's two parts going on to the story. It's about the find and then knowing the exact spot on the globe where a person would like to die is a weird intimacy to share with a stranger. But the experience of figuring out and proving it beyond a reasonable doubt provided confidence that was intoxicating to me, and perhaps helping me regain that belief in myself will be Forrest's greatest legacy to me. How about that? That's a mouthful. But what that says, the experience of figuring it out and proving it beyond a reasonable doubt, you guys, that tells me, he said, right in the flap. I mean, our instructions, he didn't say crap about some little girl from India. He didn't say crap about 200 feet. He didn't say anything. He said, confidence in a maverick to know that the treasure is really there for the taking. So you have to have, where is the part that says, I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about. You're gonna go with confidence. That's what he says. You're gonna know. And this person knew. And wouldn't what part about that wouldn't be like and proving it beyond a reasonable doubt provided confidence that was intoxicating to me. Wouldn't it? Yeah. What an amazing rush. It's going to feel like an amazing rush when we get to hear these things for real. It's going to be, I'm missing that aha moment. We all need that aha moment. And I think this is going to make sense. The real clues, the real solve, the real hints, whatever, they're going to make sense. They're going to be aha moments. GPS solve found directly in the poem without using the book. There is not an aha moment. And using the word far as not a number and then adding 2 and 2 instead of just using 22. I mean, I roll. Good God. No, not even close. What? Maybe it's the way I'm understanding it, or maybe it's the way it was. Yeah, probably the way I'm understanding it, because I'm misinterpretation. It says right on my driver's license. Oh, I see my name. The finder still needs to earn it, in my opinion. I think he earned it, dear. And he's still earning it. The finder said that Forrest and Eric were working on the next book. Do you think? They were working on the next book. For sure. That's what in $17 a square inch, Forrest tells us that he and Eric agreed to write a book together. And then Eric came in with 5 paragraphs or 5 pages. I can't remember what it is right off the top of my head now, because it's been a while since I've read that story. But Eric and Forrest were writing a book together. So I've got all sorts of theories on that. Ooh, that's a good one to talk about. Stop, please. My ears are bleeding. What's the matter, street scene? What are they bleeding about? I forgot what I was talking about. Now I'm started reading the chat and it was just like boom. Okay. You know what else is weird? What else is weird about this article? I mean, not like sketchy or anything, but just the way he says, I knew where Forrest wanted to die. Yeah. I knew the exact spot on a globe where a person would like to die. What a weird way to put it. It wasn't, I found his special spot that he treasured just so he put a treasure there. He puts it as, okay, now that's like halfway down in the paragraph. I'm going to go back up because he said it again. Like, okay, here it is. I figured out the location where he wished to die, and thus where his treasure was. So that one's tough. But it took me many months to figure out the exact spot. back in 2008. I figured the location he wished to die and thus where his treasure was back in 2018, but it took me many months to figure out the exact spot. The treasure hunt was the most frustrating experience of my life. Ah, you got a whole club. How many people are watching me right now? 57 people. 57 people know that exact frustration, man. And this person, we're at the mercy of this person that knows, who says it, knows the most frustrating experience of my life. And he says, there were a few times when I was exhausted, covered in scratches, bites, sweat, pine pitch, and nearing the end of my day's water supply, sat down under a tree and just cried alone in the woods in sheer frustration. And this is the person that figured it out all the way to the end. Well, he had to hack into that lady's phone or whatever and steal the final location. Took him many months to figure it out. Like, oh my God. It's just so ridiculous. It's just so insane to think that a person, oh. But what she doesn't realize, does she realize that's how every single person feels about their solve? You know, that's how everybody Ask Gadelkan. How confident he is in his solve. The same as Barbara, right? Aren't you just as sure about what you found and where you found it, whatever you found? So, I mean, we all get it, but we're all not suing because you got to have that, even though you know, or you think what you know. You know, I think it was in Taos. Okay, let's say that I think it was in Taos, across from the Vietnam Memorial, sitting at the end, near the end of America Creek, at a cow camp, at the Philmont Boy Scout camp in Angel Fire, whatever. So, it just is so beautiful. It just fits so perfect. I can find the very I could find them all. You know, I can find hints to every bit of that solution to the poem. So, but I know it's wrong, you know, and that's fine with me. And it's just so hard to understand how I could see maybe if it was in Wyoming, where both the finder and Forrest Fenn says it was. Then if she had an idea of where it was in Wyoming, okay, fine, we'll play along. I get it. You know, they said it was Wyoming, but this is for Christ's sakes. Oh, for Christ. Oh yeah, there's the Arizona dude. What did Bill say? New court document today in the Arizona case. Like that guy, I don't know anything about that thing either. Just heard something. I can throw a dart at Yellowstone and hit warm waters. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Throw a dart at Yellowstone and I can engineer a solve out of the poem to that spot. That's just like that GPS solve. It seems like whoever found the spot first, or found, like, here's where I think it is, somewhere in Yellowstone, and then found coordinates, like whatever they are, 44, blah, 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 whatever they are. But the first, degrees on each side. Like they found and then went looking for how they could make that fit. It's totally contrived. It's not beautiful or. Oh. I see my name. How's your sis? She's doing well. She's at work right now, so trying to like find our normal, find our. Did you ever think about dragging her into the Fen chase? Oh yeah, I tried dragging both my sisters in, and nope, just not. She's like, she just said that she doesn't have the time to put that much, exude that much energy into something, you know? It takes a lot. You got to be passionate, like all of us, to, you got to really want to do it. You got to love it, you know? And then you find time anywhere and everywhere and take your beaten up book with you and always are thinking where warm waters halt. You know, either you got it, either you're, you know, you got the vapor. Either you got the voodoo spell or you didn't. And she didn't. You know, give it enough time. If it was still out there and she lived with me and that it was still going, I think I might have. They don't get it. They don't get it, Jack. Some people, they just don't get it. You know, it's either you know, you're one of us. Cheers, all you. The other treasure hunts, you know, a waste. I did order up that book, the Alice in Wonderland one. What's it? Is that one of the U.S. treasure hunt, or not that one with the scam runner guy, but the one that has a book that has like Alice in Wonderland? I haven't got it yet, but you know, it was enough. I saw him on somebody's show. Was it Amy's that had him on there? Amy. And he had enough. There was enough bells and whistles in that one that was like, oh, this seems like fun, you know, let's see. It just caught me on that, hit me right. So I haven't got it yet, so we don't know. I don't know how that's going to go, but if life kicks your teeth out, just eat with a straw. Life kicked the stuffing out of me, fresh out of straw. I'm doing that one too. Oh, you are, Alan K? What is it called, you guys? Which one? I don't even know what it's called, and I'm in it. I mean, or I'm going to be in it, or as soon as my book gets here. But I think that one was one of those that that people have already, because you could download the Kindle or download the ebook or whatever a couple days ago, or wait for the man, or, you know, I don't know. Does anyone have their books yet? Their real books? That rabbit hole one or whatever it is, Alice in Wonderland. The Sylvis told to us on page 147 under the epilogue, the log. Oh, anagram, Forrest. I wish I could have. It contains lat long and names a location. Well, it's time to spill it. X marks the spot. If you have an anagram and it contains a lat long and the name location, get typing. What's the point now holding on to such what you think is such valid information? You know, if that's true, let's see it. Let's pick that apart. That sounds wonderful. But there's no point now to hide that stuff or be afraid to talk about it, because you know what? You X marks the spot. You could be the finder, and you could name the location with the lat long right there. probably no one's going to believe you anyway. So just go for it. Maybe. Okay. If you can't win the easy way, win the hard way. Jack, Jack. It's very wise words. Jack, Jack. But here's the thing. We were all damn sure we were going to win. I was positive. Have you noticed the Finder photo of the dragon bracelet doesn't match the photos that Forrest posted? Curious thing. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And Forrest didn't post any pictures of the dragon bracelet. There was no pictures of the dragon bracelet. Well, it showed up somewhere like on an inventory thing or on, oh no, Dale's site. Dale's site had a picture of the dragon bracelet, but it wasn't in the chest. It was just the picture of the dragon bracelet. But the notice the Finder's photo of the dragon bracelet does not match the photo of. I think it does. And I also think it was. I think the dragon bracelet was inside a leather pouch that was put inside a plastic bag with those scissors. The scissors were in that. So in the plastic bag, wrapped up were those scissors and the pouch with the dragon bracelet inside. And then that was tucked into the chest. And somehow water got in there anyway and made those scissors rusty. And the key looked like it was just sitting on the gold coins without, Have you noticed? Oh, yeah, we did that. Okay. Whoops. I can't commit to crap until I leave. Oh, I don't know where that went. I'll go to the bottom one. Here's Nomadic Madman again. I would keep looking for the Forrest Fenn treasure location, but COVID and the weather brought it to a stop. It is my favorite game, as is all you. It's a fun game to play, isn't it? That's why I'm here tonight with all of you in Fennhaven. Seagram's escaping. Boom, boom, boom. Because I hate that it's gone. I hate it that it's not there. That it's not a thing anymore. Like the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt is not a thing to do anymore. That's why we're making stuff up here as we go along. Buying time. I can make up stories all day long. A good imagination is a terrible thing to waste. Okay, bro, I think Dale was that committed to the truth. If he want to believe in our choice, I like him, even though I was initially very skeptical. I like Dale. Let's play Streets In. Got a beer going, Street? Netflix. Tell us about Netflix, K-Pro. I don't have Zoom. Get in here with me and tell me some real information. I promise not to tell anybody. Tell us about the Netflix guy. And is that why that Michael guy, the detective, he's one of the characters in the article. So he's one of the characters in the Netflix show. That's why he had to be on the other day, right? Mm-hmm. Gallatin Ghost, me too. No, man, I'm so sick of the plethora of finders and solvers. It's like a jacked up board game and everybody loses. Somebody took the damn dice. Now we're all sitting there. It's our turn, but there's see above. Susie laugh out loud. Whatever you do, whatever do you mean? But yeah, some things are in the work. I don't know. I'm making shit up to see if I can get you to spill the beans or something. Go get a bevy. Carol. Let's get hammered and talk about some stuff. Oh. Where's Candy? What would make you feel closure? Me, well, photos is a new room or in chest in a museum. Yeah, both of those things. I mean, we need more of the story from the real finder or the person playing the finder on Medium. So what would bring me closure is knowing, the end of knowing where the chest is, like right now, where it's gonna live forever. I want to know about that right now. And it's still, I think my brain's not going to be happy until I know the method or the methodology or what was used to solve the poem. I mean, it's the puzzle that's driving us all bonkers, because that's just it's just a human thing to want to figure stuff out. And we want to figure this out. We all thought we could figure it out. We still think we can figure it out. And until that happens, it's going to be this. And knowing that somebody did figure it out and knows the answers, that's, it's different when it was only Forrest that knew the answers. It was different. Because that was the game we all knew he knew and nobody else. And so it was matching wits with him. There was really no other players. You know what I mean? It was between you and Forrest. Me and Forrest were in this. And so it's now that we know somebody did it. They did it. So now flip and spill it. How did you do it? What was it? What was it that gave you that confidence that you kept going back in 2018 or whatever? What was it that was the confidence? What was that unlock? What was that? And why does he describe it as a place where Forrest wanted to die and not Forrest is, what does Forrest describe it as? He describes it as his special, like he said, he always knew. I knew exactly where to hide the chest so it'd be difficult to find, but not impossible. So that's what he said about it. So what made the finder then grab that thread to where he wanted to die? Where does that thread come from when it is Forrest knew exactly where to hide the chest? It didn't say, I knew exactly where I wanted to die, so that's where I hid the chest. It's a difficult but not impossible. That's not what he said, so it's so, where did he pull that from? He had to have pulled it from that, 147 maybe. because he said, "I wrote a poem." Like who just said that who just said that in the chat, the epitaph, or the "I wish I could live to do the things I was attributed to." X marks the spot. Spill it. X marks the spot. Oh, because you know what? Forrest says, "I wrote a poem containing 9 clues." What if the poem that and then everyone assumes that beginning where warm water house, blah, 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 blah. Everyone assumes that's the poem. What if the poem he wrote was really, "I wish I could have lived to do all the things I was attributed to"? What if that's it? And what if that's the poem that anagrams into the place where he wanted to die? Because that's where isn't that what that's called? His epitaph. Yeah. So his epitaph has to do with dying. And so all those. I don't know. Oh, I see my name. If Forrest liked The Finder so much, like The Finder said, why didn't Forrest seem very excited about The Find or The Finder? Good question. Because he wanted me to find it. Thank you. Thank you very much. So when it wasn't me, Forrest was like, "Damn it. I thought for sure Susie was going to get it." Oh. If the feds don't prosecute the monolith stone removers, can Yellowstone be known as the place and Finder not prosecuted? That brings up a very interesting point, Huli, because it's like a piece of trash, find garbage in a national park. You're supposed to pick it up. Like somebody accidentally dropped their plastic water bottle, it fell out of their thing or something, and there it's laying on the trail. And then you come along and see it, you're going to pick it up and take it out of there because it, or it doesn't matter what it is, if it's not supposed to be there, it's supposed to be gone, and the treasure, which is really interesting because gold nuggets, I mean, prove to me that I didn't just find that gold nugget laying on the ground in wherever, I mean, gold nuggets are out there for anyone in the world to get. So right now, somewhere, there are gold nuggets laying around. Same as diamonds. There's diamonds laying around out there in real life. Mm-hmm. So the ownership of gold, and currency, old gold coins that are older than, like 100 years old or however old those coins are. I mean, they have different, I don't know. But that's a great question, Huli. Oops, my mouse is stuck. Hang on. I think I need my batteries. Okay. I have rechargeable batteries and they're going low, I believe. Need a crime first. I hope so. Nomadic, he would come back and do videos. Ooh. Silver, obviously, if Forrest never expected a judge to order the subpoena, spelled it wrong. Whatever. The president's damn lawyer spelled subpoena wrong, too. So, there you go. That is so ridiculous, Gabriel. That video is so ridiculously like. But you know what? Whatever. You obviously know how to push your buttons, and to all of us on the outside, hey, I'm giving you a fist bump for the damn entertainment that's stirred up. That you're brave, K-Pro, man. I think you're brave. Give you a salute. Yep. I wish my buttons would get pushed. You want me to push your buttons? No, man. I don't know how. What can I do to push your buttons? The finder's name is Dave. That leaves it wide open. Davio. Did Davio find it? Who are you, Oceans 2? Oceans 2, are you somebody else that changed their name that we know, and then you came in as Oceans 2? You know a lot about stuff or not? Okay. Barbara, are you here, my dear? Are you brave enough? Come out, wherever you are. Let's talk about this. Let's do some counseling. Susie, I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave. Every full moon. Oh, every full moon you change your name? Okay. Very important. Thanks, I needed that. X mark smock. I have offered, says K-Pro. Says Uli. Let me wrench her. No, but we want her in here. Oh no, street. Oh my God, that would provide us all with great entertainment. She doesn't know who I am. She made that clear. Mm-hmm. Okay, why did he say less than 1,000 feet and not even half of that? 1,000 feet is a lot. I'm just picturing like my house itself is like, I don't know. Not, it just seems like so small. Like my living room is 10 feet by 10 feet. So, or my, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Seems like a lot. Less than 1,000 feet. Campfire Dude is here representing. Babs has peanuts. She needs a good ranch. That's funny that I read that, Huli. Oh, it's not that far. Alan Nodale, he said Forrest gave him ownership. Itchy finger syndrome. 1,000 feet, millennial, get it? Oh. Sure. Point is, he said less than 1,000 feet. So 99 to 0. Right. He could have said, like, right. But millennial, I get it. Ha 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 ha. K-Pro, is it copyrighted material? Well, I suppose all those scrapbooks, I mean, he's got photographs and, and all those videos that he took, that Dale took of Forrest. All those interview videos that are so good. They have been my constant companion over the last 3 years. you know? But, right. Good question. X marks spot. April, I think we have an important information that could help the Fenn family if you knew the bigger picture. April, I think you have important information that could help. Barbara, come play at Fennhaven. We're welcoming here and have fun. Oh, I would, I mean, no, do not draw into that energy. No. But it would be interesting to try to make sense of that. Ask her what she wants. What does she want? Do you guys know what she wants? But I know she wants the name of the finder, but is that it? I mean, is she going to be, okay, I just want to know who was, or what? I mean, what? I don't understand. My blaze is halfway up 1,000-foot bluff. Attention. It's pretty large. Be thankful. You can't say Barbara without receiving a lawsuit. Say Darbra. I just make up. There's nothing that, I mean, I will say I make up shit constant. There's nothing that, I know nothing about nothing. I make stuff up constantly. I know nothing, Barbara, about nothing. And readily admit it. Oh yeah, but let's go back to, the best part about, like, what the hell about the phone call and the fake blaze? I'm getting to that. I spent about 25 full days of failure looking for the treasure at that location before getting it. So that says that, you know what? There's a lot of people that go back to their same location over and over. But you'd have to be so 25 times or 25 days, full days. Like that line right there. I spent 25 full days of failure looking for the treasure at the location before getting it. Right there, he said a mouthful. Now, is that 25 days in a row? Did he just relocate to that area and stay up there? Was that 25 full days spread out over several search events? Was that 25 days this year? And that's impossible then if it was, okay, then let's do the timeline. If it was June 6th, okay, that's when Forrest announced it was on June 6th. So what if it was really found on, June, 5th, 4th, couple days, I mean, let's say he just told Forrest the day before and it took Forrest that whole night to process that idea and how to release that information out. So that brings us to, June 1st, that's 5 days. Okay. What if he spent 5 days there? And then 20 days before that, that's May. And the park wasn't even open because it was COVID. So it had to been, I think these 25 days, just because of COVID and well, does that rule out that it was in the park then? Because the parks were closed. It was COVID. They didn't open until June, whatever day that, I don't know, beginning of June. Or was it Memorial Day? Oh, but so just knowing if if those days were broken up or if it was all in a row would help us determine if it was in or out of the park, then maybe, right? Um, when I got back to my rental car after the find, I put my hands on the steering wheel and bawled my eyes out. Then I remembered Forrest said the person who found the chest would either laugh out loud or start crying. I would have done the same thing. I would have laughed my ass off. I would have laughed. I would have laughed into tears. Mhm. I realized I he had been right, and I started to get annoyed that I still couldn't stop his quotes from popping into my head even after the chase was finally done. So what do you think the rest of us feel like, asshole? Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. That's no way to get any information. Oh, what do you think we feel like? God. Oh, I'm glad you found closure. I laughed at myself for getting annoyed. Oh, that is nothing compared to the annoyance that we all feel for you right now, buddy. My buddy, my pal. Then I realized I had just filled his other premonition about laughing out loud. Oh, let's talk about the BS part of the story. Why didn't he visit? Oh, right. Drink more. Jesse Rue 22. Yeah, honey works better than vinegar. I couldn't help it. It just came flying out. See? I can't be stopped. Damn it. But I get it. So if that's the only saving grace here, folks, is that this person gets it. This person is one of us. They get how horribly tortured, and it's because bananas has a big part of why we're probably not finding more information out, right? Susie, he found it where a 80-year-old could go. I know. Rather have a purple nurple than a fuzzy navel. X marks, sure, but think there is more to it. Talked and wrote. Eyes. How many words in the poem sound like I? My high, tired, wise, and eyes. There are 9 capital I's in the poem. And they're contractions. There's I've and I've done it tired and now I'm weak. Why are those words? Isn't that what they are? Contraction when the 2 words are put together. Where's that A for the I am? Why is there that, and I think that punctuation in that with those I's are important. I'm with you on that. Who said that? I think I's have something to do with it. Larry Sandell. Or Sandell. Sorry, Larry. I'm not Captain Marvel. My sentiments exactly. Oh, about me ripping. I'm sorry. Kind of went off the rails. It felt really good to get it out. I'm sure no information will come out. No more information. The deal was struck. He's nope. Goodell Khan. He says right here. He says it at the bottom. I'm going to scroll down and because it makes me feel better to see it. I'm going to see it. He was completely open with me about everything I wanted to confirm or know when we met, but his emotions were a little perplexing. I could tell there was some eagerness in finally sharing these secrets with someone, but there was also melancholy. And so perhaps it's fitting that the ambivalence ends in me knowing most of the answers, but him getting to keep some of them forever. The relevance of the double omegas will go to the grave with the man who wrote the poem, and so it is. Well, the relevance of the double omegas, that one doesn't haunt me because I think that's his Eric's own thing. Um oh, some things will always remain a mystery. I love that he's talking about Eric Sloan in here. I hope that place will always remain as pristine as when he first discovered it. Where is it? But when I go back someday to lie down beneath those towering pines, tilt my hat over my face to shield it against the bright sun, and drift off into one more afternoon nap in that serene forest in the wilds of the cowboy state, I know he will be resting there next to me. Whatever. I'm making plans as antagonistic to freedom. You will see. I'll be back to answer some questions in any case. Right there it is. Oh God. So no, Gedalkin. There is more. As for the legacy of Forest Chase, I suppose it is in many ways in my hands, as wrong as it feels. To be honest, I'm not sure what to do. Whatever. Making plans is antagonistic to freedom. You'll see. You will see. I'll be back to answer some questions in any case. In any case. But no, not that one. So when he says, but no, not that one, we just assume that means the spot he's talking about, right? K-Pro. Yes, and the lawsuit brought a lot of stress on a dying man. Yes. How dare you? That pisses me off thinking about it that way. Oh my! Hi, Otis Magoo. I have my Tony Henman jewelry on tonight. How you doing? I bet you couldn't tell anyone. Was there 2 weeks later. Forrest was pleased. At least they were 20 miles from Forrest. Who knows? We're all environmentalists at heart, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why I like the idea of a recreation of the location in a controlled, a recreation. That way it will always stay pristine, but would still be acceptable, to me. It would feel like if we got to know more of the story and we got to see, I don't know. Nobody's called me. Nobody's asked me my opinion of how I would like to see this go. Oh crap. Okay. What do we got here? I better go all the way. Whoops. Yeah, my mouse is. Yep. Says Otis. The world will never know. The finder is compelled to leave the site secret. By whom and why? Yeah, why? What is the big deal? I mean, that's interesting too. And how could it feel wrong? I suppose in many ways in my hands. For the legacy of Forrest Chase, I suppose it is in many ways in my hands. As wrong as that feels. To be honest, I'm not sure what to do. Why would that feel wrong? I mean, you're the one that maybe that's why, maybe it's just the personality type of this person who found it. I don't know. But here he is talking about $17 a square inch again. The treasure is a unique piece of American cultural history. The gold glitters, but brighter still are the embedded hopes and dreams of all of the many thousands who searched for it. It should belong to a person or institution who will fully appreciate owning such an incredible thing. That's a huge responsibility. You are right, Nomadic Madman. It should belong to a person or an institution who will fully appreciate owning such an incredible thing. Right, because who's to say just because a single person owns it or buys it, that they wouldn't use it as they wouldn't on their own recreate the location or make it, the Forest Fen experience, a chase adventure where, you know, instead of a museum, I don't know. But, but if a person owns it, that's so scary that they will hoard it for themselves, But anybody in the chase who would want it that bad, I don't know. It is a piece of American cultural history. He's got that part right, right? I, for one, don't want the solve. What? I want to know. I don't need to know the solve. Well, is that true? I need to know the what do you call it? The mechanics of it. Like what was I want to know I want to know everything. I want to know everything. I want to know what were the hints. I want to know what the damn blazes. I want to know. I think the blaze is in the book. I don't think the blaze is a real thing. I mean a real thing in nature. I think it's in the book. I think it's somehow used to solve whatever. But on page 58, I mean, I want to know why that 7.5 is in the poem. That's all we need. Well, yeah. Well, no, the poem is what we need to take us to location. But how do we use the clues that are scattered among the pages? How do we use the clues scattered among the pages? That's what I want to know. Because you can't say you don't use the book. You have to use the book scattered. You have to use the book because the clues are scattered. They're not, the clues are in the book. The poem contains 9 clues that will take you to that location, but it doesn't say anything about the rest of the clues in the book. And dang nabbit, I want to know. I want to know if the postmarks mean anything. I want to know. I want to know if the using the letter I in place of the number 1 throughout TTOTC, I want to know if that was by design or if that's just how the person, I suppose that's how Forrest typed it, but for no reason, just because I don't know. This has something to do with how our language has changed and is changing. And in 1,000 years, no one's going to be able to read this book. In 100 years, no one's going to be able to read this book. For sure, in 100 years, no one's going to be able to read the font that looks like cursive writing. People are going to struggle. Somebody just to figure out what that says right there, they're going to, and then it says the paper boy, and then they're going to have to figure out what the hell a paper boy is. You know, what the hell is a paper boy? It's the Rosetta Stone, that sucker was only 1,000 years old, and it took what, 10 years to crack it, when one of them, when they had a language that you could read, and it took another 10 years to figure out what the other two languages were saying, that they were saying the same thing. So why did he drug the Rosetta Stone in. I didn't drag the Rosetta Stone in. Forrest did. So why? And I think it has to do with our language and how it's changing and how people can't, like, have you ever tried to read the first original dictionary ones? The I's are J, the letters are all jacked up, and they're, instead of S, they use an F instead of an S. And I mean, and you're trying to read it, it's just like, oh my God, it's in English, but it doesn't look. And now a text message, the little texting machines and typewriters and telephones are all a part of this communication thing. And I don't know. I asked Forrest and he gave a BS answer. To what? Came from Lori Barnes. One set of copies had a different. Yes. Yes. An ISBN. I met with several librarians. Nobody could explain. And isn't it because if you had changed something, like there's rules to getting a new ISBN number. If something had to been changed significantly, that changed the context of something. And then the ISBN numbers went back to the original, didn't they? Oh, something like that. And I wonder if it had to do with maybe different printers. Maybe they couldn't get the where were these, in Arizona? Didn't he say? Printed by Albuquerque, bound by Roswell, Starline Printing in Albuquerque. So I'm wondering if the printers were different with that ISBN number, I don't know, but that is another mystery to go down. If someone could tell me what a fake blaze looks like, I'd like to hear it. I got some theories. I think a fake blaze could be a mark on a tree. A fake blaze could be bones, animal bones. A fake blaze could be marks on rock, or some kind of petroglyph way up there, or graffiti. I mean, so since he's his own publisher, he could just make a fake ISBN number, never registered it. That would be hysterical and very Forrest Fenney. It'd be like getting away with something. But when you have money, shit and rules are out the door. Money can buy your way in and out of anything, or anything you want. So if there are rules like that, and you published it, you did it yourself, you made your own book, that whole thing could be fake. Couldn't it? That's funny. I like the way you think, Eugene. Oh, you guys. Sparky. can feel my. The apple of knowledge was the snake's idea. My blaze for a while, or I mean, I could go do it anytime. I flip back into Eric Sloan mode at any moment. In Reverence for Wood, Eric Sloan's book, he makes a big deal about an apple tree and the value of an apple tree and how an apple tree became a gift to people that needed food. And he called it the Seek No Further tree and left it for his neighbors, like invited them to take as many apples as they wanted, is a story in Reverence for Wood. And so I wondered if Forrest perhaps planted an apple tree by the chest, or if there was an apple tree somewhere by the chest, and that would be like a secret little nod to but I don't know, that was kind of like one of those things, but I don't know. I don't even know if apple trees can grow in, at whatever, 5,000 feet, or, I don't even know if you can grow apples in Wyoming, but it was a very, Eric Sloaney, romantic notion about perhaps an apple tree was, something to do with where the location was. That's so sweet. Yep. Otis, no idea what you mean. Otis, I didn't like getting the boot at K-Pro. Getting the boot. Otis, who would boot you, Otis? You never. What is this you speak of? Could be by accident. You know what? It's so easy especially when I'm using my phone, scrolling in chat. How many ever people have done that where you just touched on your thing and then it will say block or report, or something like shit. Neither one of those things. It's like, oh my God, it's Hooli and it says block or report. And it's like, no, neither of those options. And then push the screen. Things happen. Things get blocked. People can get blocked easily. Especially when it's me running the ship. Wouldn't thrive in the Rockies. Oh, apple trees? Right? I don't know. Washington State, though. Washington has apples, but that's too far. It needs to get, yeah, I don't, there's no, like, apples don't come from Wyoming, but apples come from Minnesota. Honeycrisp. That's our invention, man. Best apples ever. Oh, and here I go. It was nice seeing y'all, but my chair's got other ideas. Okay. Well, my sister should be home any minute. In fact, she could be already, and I don't know. Are we done playing? Or are we still, you guys want to play? I still have a whole nother one. Okay. Here's the deal. I'm going to take a potty break. You guys talk amongst. I'm going to put on mute and I'll be right back. Okay. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. Nope, my sister's not home yet. It's all good. Hi, Sledneck. The Google search, some apple trees grow at 9,000 feet. Seek no further. Okay, I'm going to go get that book. Eric Sloan, he's amazing. Here's his apple trees. He tells you how to graft, or what happens are some of those old apple trees, they fall over and plant themselves, like graft themselves, and a new tree sprouts from the old branches. So some apple trees are like 300 years old. Not really, but it started new again, and changed its place. God, I love Eric Sloan. He tells you how to store your apples properly. You tie them, you can tie them like that, is one way. Where's the seek no further tree? But seek no further, I mean, how appropriate. You know dang well Forrest loved this book. He probably had the damn original. Oh, here. Come here, kitty. Look, here's a cat. What's the matter? Your mom's not home? Here, you want everybody. Want to see the kitty? This is Mr. Biggs. He's not very big. What's the matter? She's not home yet? Okay, better go. It's fun having a critter in the house. All of a sudden, pitter patter of paws come. You come looking? Yeah, you did? She'll be home any minute. Yeah, Mr. Biggs. He's big man, huh? You're a big man on campus? That's how he got his name. Oops. But he's a cool cat. Oh, really? He's got stories to tell. You're bored? Your mom's been working all day. Okay. Sledneck, the sheep eaters as well. Very fun. I love the mountains, but being cold sucks. Well, yeah, Minnesota. No mountains. Just suck cold. He wants food. That's all he has. Yeah, that's the only time he has anything to say. He used to get to go outside, and he would only go a few feet into the yard and then sit there and then come back in the house at his old house. He lived there for 7 years. Here he can't do that. I live too busy. Both roads are too busy. So we got him a harness, and a leash. So he could go outside. He misses it. He complains about that. But he is probably hungry. I don't know. He has hard food. He just wants that stinky, wet food. He's fine. Okay, let's get back to the... Why do people in this search in Yellowstone when the most important story, My War for Me, isn't even set in America? Right? The Yellowstone solves were obviously red herrings. Well, so you think it's not even in America? He could say that the most important thing about My War for Me is My War for Me chapter And it could be all about that helicopter trip he took to the waterfall and fell over those tombstones. That could be why he wants us all to see. And you know, I don't know. But it could be the waterfall. That's really important. It could be, and that could be in Yellowstone. What makes you say that? Just because the story, the war wasn't, but there's Vietnam memorials in every state, in every town, most towns. Does every town have a Vietnam or a war memorial? I want to say yes. It could have something to do with that. There's a lot of reasons why my war for me could be important and have nothing to do with the United States. And yes, it did. Like, he came Christmas Eve. He walked in his home in Temple, Texas. That's in the United States. I don't know. Susie. Mine does Susie. Hi. Are you come here and complain a little bit more? What's the matter? Come tell me. Do you want to go sit in the window? Do you want to sit in the window and look for your mom? Here. There you go, cat. There. Here. Get the window. Whoops. Okay, you guys, I got to get the cat window going. Otherwise. There. Why don't you do that? Okay. There. I got the window open for. Well, maybe he'll be happy with that. Otis, I planted the seed in 2009. Where did Forrest plant it? In your head or in a garden? All you know is Forrest told people to water it with warm water like Mother did. Maybe he'll be back soon, Susie. Maybe. Be back soon. Okay. Come back, Otis. Car? Oh, no, cat? When did you get a cat? Last Friday when my sister moved in? He went right up in the window. Uh-huh. You tell me when she's there. My town has every war we have ever been in. Yeah. So does my town. And so does that little town my sister used to live in. There's a Vietnam memorial. So I think all towns. There she is. Oh, he took off running. She might have just pulled in. Captain Marvel. I watched a good movie today. You should watch it, Susie. It was called Secondhand Lions with Haley Joel Osment. Secondhand Lions. He wants out. Let him out, Susie. He'll be back. He's yelling. I like that movie, Cap. Is it on Netflix? I'm back. What are we talking about? Nothing. My sister's cat. Obviously, Moses hid GPS coordinates in the periodic table. Obviously. I like that movie. I can't help but think that God is trying to tell me something, Sledneck. How many kids need to die before you say no more? Jack. The show about nothing. Yep. No soup for you. No peach Bellini for you. no, I closed the fight. Did I close the Finder article, or is it hiding? It might go away at this point, you guys. Hang on. Oh, no. Live stream. Did I go away? Oh, here it is. Here it is. I got it. Got it. Okay. Okie dokie. Back to Fennhaven. As for the legacy of Forrest Chase, I'll be back to answer some questions in any case. Let's concentrate on that. My cat was only 3 and he died last. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, those fur babies, they are like, because there's just such innocent creatures that, oh, I'm so sorry. How many times do we deal with our personal wars hidden within ourselves? How many times? A day? Or an hour? Sure, Mexican War too. Bill Gorman chimes in. Tell me about the Mexican War, Bill. Jack. Is that the name of it? Jack. Campanella. Yeah. A Brit trying to do a Texas accent worth the admission. Jig is up. What's the jig? Cough up some info, somebody. Or okay, Pro. I know you know something that you want to tell us. Please. Zoe has to register the heirs, her and her sister, with interest in the estate of Anderson and Yerkstein officially. Oh. Irky does irk me. Erkstein, perfect name. Ugh. Barbara, come out and speak for yourself. No, don't egg her on. Oh, somebody stop me. Peach Bellini taking over. Barbara. Barbara, if you're listening, honey, your solve is wrong. It's wrong. Start coming to grips with that. Just a little bit. Just start thinking about the thought, just the mere thought of the fact that you may not be correct. Not only may you not be, you are not. You are not the winner. You do not get to ride in the gold glass elevator, the Wonkavator. You do not get the chocolate factory. You do not get anything for second place. You do not get anything for a solve that is not even complete, that changes with your whims. Just start thinking about it. That was a public service announcement. The more you know. Ding. Oh, God. And that woman has a fool for a client. I said good day, ma'am. Listen, Linda. Listen, Barbara. I said good day. Extra points for looping the Wonkavator in there. You do not get to ride on the Wonkavator. action outside my front window now that I had it wide open so the cat could sit there. And it's about 35 degrees out. I don't care. Listen, Linda. Oh. I still want to bend her over my knee. Bend her over your knee, all right? Take one for the team, Street. You're up. Oh my God. Oh my God, he wants $3 million against the estate. Oh, for what? His terrible solve? God, people. You're wrong. You're wrong. Wrong. Guess what? You're wrong. You're wrong. When Forrest said it, it will be, ow! Oh my God, you guys. I think I just got a sliver in my toe from my dang wood floor. I did. Oh, I got it. Oh my God. I need slippers. Okay. Sister? Oh, nope, it's the TV. I thought I heard her. She must have went to the store. Anyway, okay. Wow, where are you? Oh, K-Pro's got the info, man. She can read. She's got that on me. That dude is still trying. Hey, he's the one where he thought it was by the Golden Highway in Colorado. Forrest said it wasn't that. It wasn't anywhere near that. Not even close. It was in Wyoming. So what makes him think? I know it is. It's a strong. That's why we're all sitting here right now on Friday night. 61 of us talking about it still, because it does things to people, and it makes you think that your solve by the Golden Highway in Colorado is right, because it so poetically, beautifully fits the clues that you found in the poem. Every one of us, I guarantee all 62 of us have that, have a solve that oh, excuse me, that is so beautiful like that it just is a poetic fit to the area, the beautiful area you found. Every one of us has that. Are you sharing snacks with your sister yet? She came in and went, hey, and pointed to the chocolate covered cherries. Those are the right kind. I haven't had those kind in a long time. Yeah. She said she doesn't like the orange, chocolate orange. Nah. But yeah, she was into the chocolate covered cherries. She came in here and saw them. I was busted. I have a solution in my own backyard, and that's perfect. You name a spot, and I can get you there, and I can make the poem take you there. Yes, I can. Yep. Jack, I'm totally busted. I got busted bogarting the good snacks. I think she's doing the same thing now. I saw Cheetos the other day. Oh my God. She's only a year younger than me. Like my mom, I wasn't even a year old when my mom was pregnant with her. They're practically twins. Okay, through the filing. Wow, just wow. Susie is a horrible sister. She hides the good chocolate covered cherries, the kind with the liquidy center, not the gooey. They're the right kind. They're by Cella's. That's the correct brand. In case anyone out there gonna buy me some chocolates. I'm a terrible sister. I just need to hiding place now. I could set my book right on top of them. There's only 2 left. 3. Captain Marvel, also the cat. There's the cat. He gave up. He must be sitting looking out the front window downstairs. Okay, so I get it. That guy that's suing from Arizona wants $3 million cash because he thinks that's how much the treasure is worth, and he thinks it was his, and Forrest pulled it, right? Is that the scenario? Like, that's where it was. He figured it out, but Forrest had pulled it right before he got there, or something like that. So he wants $3 million. Well, that's never, ever going to happen. That there is ridiculous. Okay, so then we have Chicago. I don't understand. Like, I don't get the motive. Does she have a monetary price tag on this? Does she have, or she just wants that information so she can what? I don't understand her angle. Like, I get even though it is cuckoo and not right, and frivolous, the Arizona lawsuit, at least I can like follow the train of thought in the delusional thought bubble. I can see where he got there, but I can't see where she gets there. Well, I get it. I get that she thinks somebody hacked her computer, which is possible, but I think I think she is a victim of timing. Like, when how her shit went down, the timing of all the screwed upness of that, it was timing that made her believe it was something that it wasn't. Just because she was in Santa Fe when the treasure was announced, and then like it's got to be like her ex-husband or some shit that's taunting her. It's not a searcher who broke in and took her information and used her information to figure it out when she can't even do that on her own with her own information. She's said on one of her things, or her mouth flapping on her live show, that she wasn't sure if it was this way or that way. Once you got to the very last bit, she was still working on if it was going to be blah, blah, or blah, 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 blah. What? And then you have the audacity to say that somebody else figured it out with your dumbass information? Good Lord. I mean, yeah, I think she was a victim of circumstance, and she's a victim of her own background being a lawyer. What she knows to do when she feels hurt or feels like damage or wrong was done to her, what she knows is to sue. That's just how that's her world. And so that's how she's using the law to help solve her problem. But oh, honey, looking from the outside in, oh, if you could see what I see. Forrest Fenn thought of everything but a proper ending. Well said, Marty Bird. You know, I don't think it's the ending he envisioned. I think he envisioned lawsuits and people, hence the Finder lawyer. Denial. This ain't the river. Mm-hmm. She is a sewer. I hate it when people call me Sue. If you ever meet me, don't call me Sue. Susan is my real name. That's acceptable. Susanna, I'll take it. Susie, my preferred. But Sue, that's something you do. Like below the home of Brown, Okie Tarman says, flip first letters. BHO, B8049. Feet from your car to Jim Brown's pick is on the left. Don't mess with my poem. However, Forrest never did anything he was told. Below the home of Brown. I've always translated below the home as foundation, a foundation, you know? That's what Davio has on part of his solve. He's got a foundation. He found a foundation left over, like, you know, just rubble of an old cabin somewhere in Wyoming. And then from that foundation, he can see a blaze. So that's what's really, you know, how he got there. I can't follow how he got there, but the area that he's in, that he's showing people, is like, yeah, that's cool. It's really cool. But that brings me to the foundation. Put in below the home. And another story is about put in below the home is a hammer. And, you know, the Thor hammer and the hammer thing. Because there's the story of moving Joseph Henry Sharp cabin to Cody, Wyoming, to the museum. And when they were disassembling it, they found a hammer under the floorboards. And that's like, and so, or was, yeah, hammer, I'm sure it was a hammer. And so Forrest said, be sure that hammer gets back under the floorboards when that is moved. And then he was pissed off because he saw it in a display. He saw that hammer that was under the, and he made somebody, or maybe he did it himself, put that hammer back under those floorboards. So put in below the home of Brown is a hammer. And why does he talk about sledgehammer bells and hammering and Thor, the god of thunder, Thor's has a ham. You know, what is that tie-in? That's fun to talk about. Okay, fundamentalist. She sent those hacking texts to herself just to make a case. That's a theory, possible. Otis, when you smash your thumb with a hammer when you were young, you can go into shock. You can put a tree into shock by cutting off a limb, a plant by cutting off a stem. Just ask Mother Nature. Men's wounds. How? Time heals all wounds. It's not in Wyoming. What's not in Wyoming? The chest? Not now. It's east. We don't know where it is. all by itself in the dark without his friend Sticky. The older I get, the more I appreciate history. Marty, oh my God. What did Marty say? K-Pro, if coordinate solve is correct, then PhD is a crutch. Could have been a joke hint about degrees. Oh my God, Marty. I love it. K-Pro. You're going to get the last laugh when that GPS solve comes out, right? And I'm like, I will eat my hat if that's right. I wouldn't put it past Forrest Marty Bird. That's clever thinking, because I wouldn't put it past him. Because I think he humored himself all the time. Where is Candy tonight? I love that Marty Bird. I was gonna say Gabriel, tell Mike that one. That's great. That's great. Very foresty. That's so foresty too. Joe, who is Joe? Huh? I don't know, lady. He's in your contact list. Street PhD is thinkology. Gallatin Ghost, do you think the finder is fibbing? Oh, no. I think, therefore, I am. You guys, yeah, put my name out if you have. I got, oh, here's Goodellcon. I got way out their question. Okay. Can class action lawsuits be generated for the family not to disclose the location of the that's a really good point. I like that. There's more people on the side of the family. You know what? They've got a whole army of us behind them, whether they realize it or not. Of course they realize it. But they only hear the bad ones, the squeaky wheels, the crap. So maybe they don't realize it. Yeah, a class action lawsuit saying, do not disclose. I don't know. We need yep. Okay, let me go down. Oops. Oh, I'm stuck again. Hang on, everybody. There we go. Maybe not class action lawsuit, but maybe a petition, like petition. Oh, like .org, like moveon.org, or one of those. But that doesn't hold any legal. I don't think she's going to get it anyway, because she has no. How can she have any proof of anything? The location is wrong. It's crap. There's a lawyer saying no. That represents the finder. So I don't know what makes her think. Yeah, what makes you think the family knows anything? Really, this was Dad's project. It's like, oh my God, Dad, what in the hell did you do? Chasing Indy. Hi, Chasing Indy. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing my butt off over Barbara's newest video. Oh. Susie, she has a subpoena spelled for granted. Or what? She has a subpoena granted. What does that mean? Hi, Candy. Join it. I know. That was like, she thinks everyone's picking on her and then wonders why. No one's picking on her. We're talking about her. She's the one that put herself out there to be discussed. And to say we can't talk about it and discuss the situation without her threatening us or, whatever. And yeah, that, oh my God. Well, she said that she was a moderator on Greg's channel. I didn't see any of that whole makes me want to, but it does. I mean, is she working with him behind the scenes to, those guys seem so created for the Netflix show villain in Greg. I don't know. It's just, what bizarre characters. I don't feeling sorry for, but I can feel a tinge of sorry for her because this is not going to end well for her. It's not. I mean, it's impossible because it's impossible that this is going to go the way she thinks it's going to go. And I hope she's strong enough to take it, because that's going to be hard because she is so convinced. I think it's, that part about how hard she's going to crash, that is kind of, I do feel sorry for her there because I can't see it going any other way. I just wish she would see the writing on the wall and throw in the towel before it gets that ugly, before it gets worse. Oh, I hear, is that the cat or my sister? I'm going to see. Sister! No answer. Must be the cat. I know I watched half the video and she goes on to say, I'm rich and then I'm a part of Blackbeard. Oh, yeah. I listened to some of it and on my phone when I was whatever. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to download this because she's probably going to delete this. And I don't have time to listen to this right now. But I went, what the hell? So I downloaded it and and then came back and listened to more of it. And yeah. Yeah. Like it was something bizarre, like about how, like you're rich. I mean, what did you say? How did she, what in the world? Susie calls the cat and her sister. I do. Family can outlawyer and out money her if they have the desire, time, and temperament. F her up. She is an adult. What's adult? It's like adult. Yeah, but the Fan family can outlawyer her for sure because she's her own lawyer. Like a dumbass. Nobody's their own lawyer. That's like the first rule in law school. Never represent yourself in court, ever. Especially, well, what do I know? I'm not a lawyer. Redneck Express, as it may be, just a ruse, a plant, a sideshow entertainment actress, maybe, to give us something to jawbone about during intermission. I know. She seems to. Ooh, I know, redneck. I'm suspicious of this whole thing. Mm-hmm. She is fun for all of us. Let's take advantage of her. It is entertaining as hell. If if it wasn't torturing us because it's making it so we're not getting any information. For those of you who don't know, I call Barbara Albino Anna because it anagrams or banana oil. Oh God. I call her Chicago. The lawyer who represents a fool. Yes, it's like the most famous lawyer quote. Has a fool for a client. The lawyer who represents themselves has a fool for a client. Boom. It's cheaper if your own lion lawyer. Doesn't she have any lawyer friends that could like guide her in this? Tell her like, whoa, give her a reality check going, wait a minute. I'm loving it. It's not trademarked. Oh, do. Out of her element. Dude, you're out of your element. Donnie. Shut the the pink Adobe and Saturday should have a secret dessert menu and call them banana suit split. Oh, that's where I'm gonna go on my secret date with Eric Sloan to lunch. No friends. She's always the victim. Yeah, I think that her life is kind of complicated by her own knowledge of the law. I don't know. Innocent or ridiculous talk like horse feathers. There's no such substance as banana oil. Isn't that? Bill says Forrest will not admit anything. Dead men tell no tales. Yes, they do. Dead men have a lot to say. Ask the mortician or the, what is it? Mortician who does autopsies. We can have Bernie's too, the Eric Sloan date. Where are we going to go this time? Let's get fancy. Let's have one of his friends with a private plane fly. What if Forrest Fenn flies us to New York to see the Nutcracker Ballet on Broadway or wherever the New York Ballet. Do some highbrow fancy stuff. Okay, anyway, K-Pro. I will step hard if she does. Her fight is with me. I know, Street C. You like to egg her on, though, and it's pretty funny. I mean, must admit, it keeps us all entertained, man. Since we got to make up shit to keep us all going, because until we get more, I mean, hurry the hell up. Oda says, Forrest's first memory was at the Cody Museum. Was the old buffalo that went to yeah, he fell apart. He got all dusty and bugs ate him or whatever, and he was a big stuffed buffalo. Where the information center is now, dial 411. Information, please. Hell, who knows? He was only 1 year old, I think, maybe. He was only 1 year old. Do they have a bronze statue of a buffalo there now? One that won't deteriorate, that Forrest Fenn made, never told anybody. um, she will be a laughing stock. God, I mean, it's going to be a lot to take, but it's her own doing, you know? She knows not what she does. She's not in her right mind. Bill Goldman Forrest promised Finder he would not reveal where it was found. So did he keep his promise? Forrest promised Finder he would not reveal where it was found. So did he keep his promise? What do you mean? That's confused. That's, you know, if Eric Sloan was reincarnated right away, he would be about 35. Okay. So many people lost jobs. Corona's ruining our everything. Future Finder. Ask for this, Susie. She gets what she wants. Me? I can have whatever I want. I want the Finder to give us more info. Hurry up. It'd be a nice Christmas present to the community. You know what? He doesn't have to spill the whole beans right away. He doesn't have to go blah and tell us why. I mean, can he just give us something, just little, just a date that more information's coming out, or how that information's going to be presented? Something. Okay, maybe he's my son. Oh, look, another minion. I asked Forrest about one of his skulls he had hanging in the wall in his study. He told me it was once hanging at the IRMA hotel. I think he could use some of those skulls or a skull he had in his possession for the blaze, because that's what they did in Goldbug. That could be a fake blaze. Bones could have been a fake blaze. It was found in Wyoming by Dubois. I have a really lovely about that area, Dubois, because there's a log flume that was my warm waters and a canyon. And okay, his lawyer would advise not to speak at all. Just wait on how much of what Barbara has said will be used against her. In her own words, Finder needs to stay silent. Yep, let her, you know. And she did say something on that video about I don't care. No, but I mean, it doesn't matter what I say. I mean, the judges, they're never going to hear any of this. This isn't going to matter. It has to matter. But as long as, yeah, that information, you guys, I'm sure you're making sure that. Do we know who the Finder lawyer is? Have you been in contact with him? Have you guys provided him with more information about her flapping her jaws on YouTube? Are you downloading all her stupid shit she's doing before it's deleted? I hope so. I hope somebody's on that. And I'm thinking, since that she likes to throw around K-Pro and Candy, like constantly likes to throw those two. Get her, you guys. She started it. Captain Marvel. Good night, Alan. Good night, Alan. Thanks for stopping. She's trying to set a precedent. She's probably a Trump supporter too. God, don't throw that shit in there too. That pronunciation may be, I can't say that word, whatever it is, and gold. And gold. I feel like we're all living in the movie Groundhog's Day. I believe it. I am too. We are just waiting for something different to happen. Here I sit on a Friday night with nothing new. I have nothing. That's why you got to make up stuff. But I think there's enough fodder floating around for us to dream up stuff to talk about. Like all this information in the Finder article about the Eric Sloan. And why did Forrest gives him $17 a square inch? Why isn't anybody else so excited about that except for me? Why am I the one that's more excited about that than anybody? Because that's the title. The title to the gold is $17 a square inch. It seems so obvious. That's what he gave him a book. And then he wrote this little, I tried writing one for my friend. Cold, refreshing waters, babble of your life. Whistling pines proffer your wisdom to sup. What the fuck is this? I'm looking that word up. Oh, wait. Oops. A small amount of food or drink. Oh, that's a sip. Is sup a made-up word, you guys? In your place, the mountains rumble your name. Can I even try to shut them up? So it's going to be near cold, refreshing water and whistling pines. That kind of gives us your place in the mountains. It tells us it's by the river right there. I mean, it's not going to be the GPS saw, which where's the river, cold, refreshing waters, and whistling pines. I'm sure I'll go alone in there again in the future. So he just described, by this, he's described a bit of the place. The wilds of the cowboy state. Oh. Near a babbling brook. Captain Marvel. Barb keeps saying that her solve has something to do with $17. You know what? She added that after somebody else started to. Oh, after the this article came out, she started going. All of a sudden, she did an amendment, or I don't know what they're officially, because she did something. And changed her lawsuit because she found out more information from $17 a square inch. Oh, that's BS. You can't say somebody sold your solve and then keep making it up as you go along. I call bullshit on that. That's bullshit, Barbara. Barbara, come out of the woods and speak to us how you can say you have a solve, but then when you're talking about it, you don't have one, and you're using other people's information to get there in the end. So I call B. P.S. I've been chatting on Zoom. Who you zooming with, Jason? What information do you got? Spill it. You got. I will not. Oh, drain the pond. Spill it. Whoa, Susie's calling BS on Bob. Yeah, I am. Babs, honey. I'm calling BS on you changing your lawsuit because of $17 a square inch. You stay away from Eric Sloan. You drag him into this, you're messing with me. You leave Eric Sloan out of this. Can anyone confirm that Forrest talked about running a book called 90, like Eric Sloan did, called it 80? Guy on Thor keeps saying so, but I don't recall it. I love that idea, though. And Forrest told us all that he loved J.D. Salinger for having books in the vault. Yes, I agree. Then she says that it has to do with the Rubaiyat, whatever, but she added that too extra. You can't just. She acts like a self-anointed finder. She does, Huli, and it makes me sick. If she can teach us, as if she can teach us, I don't even want to hear her dumb solve. Me either. It's so dumb. You can tell it's dumb. I smell it. Stinks from a superior being. She knows all the answers, and we must grovel to her. She can kiss my fat ass. I mean, really. I've had 4 or 3 peaches. Now the real. Tell us how you really feel, Susie. Oh. I know. She loves the sound of her voice, but it's not that. She's just like so convinced that her, out of all of us, is superior in such a way that one of us had the audacity to follow her and figure out how to break into her computer because we wanted the information that she carries, so much so that she had to be absolutely right. Like, oh my God, this woman is brilliant. She's going to find the treasure. I'm going to figure out how to hack her stuff and figure it out using her stuff before she does. That's painful shit, you guys. Painful shit. When you think about really the processes of what would have had to go behind the scenes to get you there. I mean, and she could imagine all this happening and rationally think, yeah, this is going to be good. Oh, what's going on? Oh God, it's Barbara. Shut your mouth, you big liar. No, that's not what. I am nobody to Barbara. Although she has found my channel before. I'm glad you guys are entertained by my rant on her. But God, she's got to be. I mean, we're bored here. I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house bored. We got no new information. Let's make shit up. And she's the easiest one because she's the one out there and the one that's ruining all our fun with her. And the other guy, at least he's smart enough to he's got a real lawyer. He must have a real lawyer. Keep him and told him to keep his mouth shut and stay off YouTube. Street is bored in the street. I'm bored in the street and I'm in the street bored. A real lawyer. Well, I mean, she's playing 2 parts, the client and the lawyer. Most people have. are either a client or a lawyer. They're not a client and a lawyer. Not the smart ones anyway. She must realize that. But you know, who is that Mark? Who somebody said before, which makes me, what if she is a plant? What if she is a this is all to see what happens, to see how the community reacts, or to buy time in the story, or was this built into it purposefully, or is she just really, or are they both those guys, both those people? I don't know. She just seems that way, more cartoonish, just because of her being flapping her jaws on YouTube and showing up and doing hate videos and saying everyone's bullying her. Well, you know what, Barbara? Listen, Linda, you are bullying everybody in the chase with your frivolous, delusional lawsuit. That's ruining it for everybody. Thousands of people. Thousands. And you are one, and you are smart lawyers hire other smart lawyers. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hope she's cheap. Street, you gotta get in there and take one for the team, man. Don't you need a property lawyer in Chicago? The shy guy, Chicago shy. Yeah, you tell her. Well, here's my question. How can anyone sue for something that belonged to Forrest Fenn? It was his and his hair and the biography and the books all. I think she's counting on the windfall to stick it in her ex-husband's face. She'll have a hard time realizing she was played for a fool. I know, that's the thing. She's going to crash hard when this all comes to, unless she figures that out and pulls the plug before it gets too far. What if Barbara's text harasser is Doug Preston? Oh, plot twist, man. New book. Mm-hmm. Because why? Because Preston, because she got a hold of Fenn, or and Forrest said, "Ooh, this Barbara, she's on it. Let's try to. I'm gonna tell Preston about her." Oh my God! I mean, to build that story up behind the person who did hack her, for her thing is somebody hacked her and stole her self. Okay, so the person that hacked her, the story behind how that would have gotten there is so impossibly contrived that, is it possible in the realm of things of possibilities? Well, anything is possible. The chances of that being a real thing that happened are like zero, less than one, Maybe she could have hired Giuliani. Here he's looking for work. He toots his own horn. Anybody, even that clown, could talk her into shutting her mouth. That would ruin all our fun. Keep talking, Barbara. Take some screen grabs. Maybe I can be on your next show. Who is this Susie Fennhaven? I don't even know her. Whatever. I mean, I don't want to. Whatever. Easy targets. What? She is. She's low-hanging fruit. Thank you, Jack. Laugh with me on that one. Did Finn ever say you couldn't find or solve the clues using rhyming slang? I have no idea, but that could be possible too. Jack, she might not even turn on her lights when she showers. If you're listening, Barb, this is all just our opinion. That's right. It's just an opinion. We know nothing about nothing. I don't know you at all, nor would I like to. Please keep providing us entertainment. Make another video tomorrow. She said you called her a jerk, but I was who called her stupid. Yeah, I didn't. I know that because it was on Street Scenes. I didn't say anything about her. I said you were reading my mind. That's all I said. I didn't say, and you mentioned several people in that little video, not just her, several people. And I said, you read my mind. And then she came back with, I don't even know you. Like, how did she know I was even talking about her? And I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything back. I took the high road completely on that conversation. I didn't call her a jerk. I didn't call her anything. I didn't say anything. Whatever. She's got an ego. A little on the narcissistic side. Excuse me, Barbara. Narcissistic much? She was way too easy, Susie. She knows who all of us are. Jealous? Total jelly. I agree. Let's cork the banana. Not me. Barbara is a nice lady. She might well be. And that's the problem there is, why is she dragging her life through this? I'm sure she was a perfectly good lawyer. She would have stayed in her lane and just went about her life and did her thing. But she decided that she was above all of us other searchers. Nice or not, she decided she was the superior searcher. She decided that her and only her is right about this. That was her. That was all her doing. And by doing that to the rest of the community, what she's doing to the community, being claiming herself as the superior finder. There is a superior searcher, and it's not her. It's not her. Not even close. So she's going to have to come to grips with that. And when she does, it's going to be like, it's going to be hard. I mean, I hope she doesn't like lose her license, like ruin her life over this. But even if she does, it's her own doing. I mean, you can't stop the train wreck. It's brakes are on and it already was going too fast. It's already, she's headed right for that. And it's not nice to see that happen to anybody, you know? But damn. What is the over under on the finder's next what's that word? Communication. Is that what you're Okay, what is the over under? I wish we would just get maybe another find or another medium, just a blip saying, "Hang on, community, hang on. We're working things out." The sale, the announcement of the sale, I'm going to tell you where it went, is coming soon. Even that much. Even, I mean, just a breath of anything would be, and if he wants to do, come on, how about some symbolism here? How about maybe on the day, how about December 22nd? How about December 24th? Like those important dates in the story. It would be nice to, consider all of us 58 people plus all the people that are searchers that never go on YouTube, that don't know about or any of, I'm sure there's searchers out there that um don't know more about the Barbara thing or the, any of it. They, and are just watching for the, the nitty gritty. But we're the ones that, you can tell the ones that are in deep. Although there's a whole nother world, like the Reddit world and the whatever else world, blog world of Forest Fen, where there's whole other cast of characters out there that don't do anything but those platforms, and the Facebook people, and there's just so many of us that are all just being held up in the air over ridiculous bullshit. Yep. Count your blessings. Or streets a Christmas gift. Do you think someone is being blackmailed? I wish I was green again. Who? Gallatin Ghost, make you an offer you can't refuse. December 7th, a day that will live in infamy. See, look we've got all these. Isn't that tomorrow? I don't even know what day it is. 4th. It's only the 4th. Absolutely. If she is an actress, then I say bravo, well played. It's very possible. I think that Greg is some sort of a, like he was the other night. Jason Northface, are you still in here? He had 3,000 some bots watching his live show. Like he hires to get hits and get in the whatever. He's playing the game to get views and build his channel. And he's putting merchandise out. And he's building it all in the back of K-Pro by using her as a weapon to build his channel. He's like the and then claims, well, I'm all inclusive. Well, I don't know. It's fine. I mean, he's whatever. You do you. He's never done anything to me. He's never even doesn't even acknowledge me as far as a character in the Fenniverse, which is fine. Oh, good. Good. I don't have anything to say. I have no information. I am just a random, so I don't expect him to at all. And I don't want him to. Oh my God, I would crawl under the table and die. No, leave me out of it. So I should shut up. But what I'm saying is, oh, well, he just came out of nowhere. He seems like an actor, I don't know. Have you made a dime on TTOTC? Uh, yeah. I had two people gave I got money. I got 22 bucks before I even pushed the live button. I mean, it was, I heard a text and then it's, I don't know why. I've sold some drawings and Goodellcon bought it too. I mean, he's always giving me money. That it's so awesome. It's so awesome. But AGK had a whole damn marathon for me. I got like 1,400 bucks. I got 500 bucks to go to Las Vegas last week from Tim. Hi, Tim. I never met Tim. I hope you're going to be in Vegas so I can. I got jewelry. I got AGK prizes. So, yeah, I guess so. I never meant to. Hoolie. I don't know if I was supposed to tell anybody. I don't know. It's so weird. It's such an odd, wonderful thing but I don't know how to act about it. It's amazing. It's so good. I want to tell everybody. What did Captain Marvel say? On the other hand, my neighbor worships me. What? Jack. Don't try to be a target and working on that myself, but it is odd how threatening a person is to demand I come on. I won't ever relent to threats. I have been through more shit. I know they're always, but I have a feeling that it's all bark and no bite. Like, what possibly could they have to say? Because what have you done? What's your big crime in there? I don't get it. I don't, why they decide to, I just think they're total jelly. But fine. I mean, I think by him begging your name in and ripping on you, I think that might get more people watching your show, or it's keeping the balls in the air. you know any publicity is better than none. Interesting. Don't ask for money and people give you money. Okay. I don't want any money from any of you. It blink. I know it makes me feel weird, because I can't figure out what the hell, why I suppose I'm entertaining. And I have to take that. I'm a part of that entertainment. I'm one of the balls in the air, right? And as long as I can keep 50 people entertained talking about, stirring pots, then so be it. Should we take some calls, you guys? Wiki says Ralph Lauren is 81, born in 39. Is that who you're talking about? Ralph Lauren? Susie, you spent hours making videos and teaching us about Eric Sloan and the Chase. Yeah. I'd have done that anyway. Right. It's not like, yeah, I had over 500 videos, you guys, at one point about Forrest Fenn stuff. 500 of them. I deleted them all. We love your style. Thank you, Hooli. I love your style. Boom. The other channels got super chat money for good content. Now you're in the lead. I'm happy to donate. Eugene, you make thank you. It's amazing and awesome. It's just so good. So good. For sure, Marvel. How'd you know? Marvel, it's not you. It's the strange things to say. It's a strange, that is a strange thing to say. Most entertaining, in my opinion, is it is what it is. Seekers, Roman Candle, Bill Gorman, Susie, Big Gap, main channels. Vasquero, Juanita. There's my sister. Hi, sister.
Hello.
My people were wondering if you were here.
I am. I have bed snacks. And
It's time.
it's time.
Okay. Roman got blocked on Thor. What? It is what it is. It's funny to watch. He's funny as heck. He is entertaining as heck, and he's not stupid either, you know? He's got bullshit sniffing cats. Susie, you're such an inspiration. Thank you, Richard. Hi, Richard. Did I see you come in? Hi. Don't make me wrench you. Calm yourself down. Oh, the wrenches can't fight each other. That's why. Too bad. Street Scene says, hello, sister.
Hello, Street Scene.
Hello, Street Scenes. How lucky you are to have a sister and a cat. Street was making fun of me because I was calling, because I yelled, hey, sister, earlier just to see if you were there. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
And then cat came up, and they were making fun of me because I called the cat, and I called my sister.
You're very literal.
Very literal. I take everything very literally. Ask her if she wants a Snickers. No, it's you guys, you know about the chocolate covered cherries. She knows about the chocolate covered cherries. Don't worry about it.
I got my own chocolate stash, tell them.
She's got her own chocolate stash, she just admitted to. I'm waiting for the Finder. Cup run over on solutions. Sister probably thinks we're all freaking nuts. 58 of us are sitting here on a Friday night. I've been on for 3 hours and 7 minutes talking about nothing. She's laughing at us, you guys.
Cheap entertainment.
Cheap entertainment. Hey, who you calling cheap entertainment? He's a person we all know under another name. Oh my God, Hooli. That means he's a person who is. I'm sure there's a lot of people under different names. You guys. Oh, you mean on Thor. Yeah, who is he on Thor, Huli? Do you know? Oh, you guys. Shh. You all. We're going to get Huli in trouble with Jason. Jason is his real name, the Roman candle guy. No freaking way. Are you serious? Who? What is it? Who'd you say? I should go to Thor and see what the hubbub is about. I tried to go. I'm not good at finding information on, or I guess I don't know how to work it very good. Plus, it's all about, you got to read. It's a blog. Oh my God. Indie Roman Candle. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is Roman Candle the finder? What do you know? Susie, don't say this. Okay. Yes. What is he really on, Thor? Finder is not on Thor. How do you know? Oh, there's the cat. Hi, kitty. Come here. Talking to me? See, I told you she'd come home soon. His name short Fuse? What's going on? I heard Roman burned himself out. No, he just did his whole stuff. And he came on the other day and did, but he had a shitty internet connection one day. He deleted all his videos. Jason is not the finder. Okay. He's an interesting character, though. And I like him because he talks about ideas and not about gossip like I'm doing. He talks about his ideas that are logical. I think he's logical. So I guess you either follow somebody's logic or you don't. You know, I mean, to each his own. Everybody's got their own shtick. He thinks he deleted all his videos. Yep. Whoever had Isa Lake is the finder. Isa Lake. As I. Street scenes burned out like a Roman candle or a shooting star. Haha. Oh, haha. Because Star Spider, that he was describing fireworks, you know. Who dat? Who dat? Isa Lake seems right. Jack, I don't know. Just making shit up. We're all just making shit up. We're trying to piece together a mystery from nothing. We've got such little crumbs. Isa Lake isn't in New Mexico. I hear is only about 5 people in the chase. Cat? I think there's only about 5 people in the chase under hundreds of handles. Oh my God. I'm not one. I swear to God, I am Susie Fennhaven, and I was RF Hacky before that, but I am nobody else. Like, I don't have fake names. Yeah, but he's a very interesting character, that's for sure. I was getting smarter every day watching his videos. I know he comes up with great words. It's like he swallowed the dictionary. He's got a great vocabulary. He spent some time studying English. You are losing it, Susie. I am? Cat. Oh, because I'm just yell cat. I'm guessing that Davio is 5-leaf and Candy is June. Zozo. I'm back and I have a fake name. Nomadic Madman. Who else are you then? Isolate is not correct. It is so much simpler. It's in the book. X marks the spot. Spill the beans. Tell us that your you said before you came up with an anagram and coordinates. Spill it right there. Click, click, type, type, type. Speak some English. I only have 333 different profiles. Street scenes. I bet you do have more than one. I don't know about 300, but I'm guessing you have more than one. Delcon, we know you have 2. But it doesn't count if you know if you have an alias and everyone knows that you're in the other name, and then it doesn't really matter. I was doing her best Lewis Black impression there. As has to do with post office. Oh. Ooh, X marks the spot. I had post office because I used post offices in my hunt too. Because every town has a post office. In order to be a town, you have to have a post office. We've got postmarks, so I use that as a post office could be an easy landmark, or it could be the Pony Express we're talking about when he talks about the post office and the postmark stamp and, Cody and the Wally. Yeah. Roman Candle has a big fat chocolate lab named Wally. That's the best. And he snores really loud and you can hear him snoring in the back. It's like the most soothing music to my ears is a snoring dog. Love it. I need one. Right there. Spanky. Who's Spanky? Do you want to be Ward or the Beaver? The Beeve. He's a dog. Wally's a dog. Or don't you think you were a little hard on the Beaver last night? Not compared to how hard I'm going to be on it tonight. Oh my God. Okay, you guys, I've lost my mind and it's 3 hours and 17 minutes in, and it's time. It's time. Can I erase the last 5 minutes? Elvis was the first alligator in the Colorado Gator Park. Hey, Bill. See, look at all that info you know, Bill. Okay, gators. I'm going to leave you here, and it was so good seeing y'all. I'm going to push buttons. See you again soon. Right? Somebody else go live. You go live stream. Okay. See you soon.